It worked! I can't believe it actually worked! You're alive! I didn't fuck up!
What the fuck?
Oliver, I brought you back!
Where is everyone? What happened?
Well, that's a long story.
They're gone.
What do you mean they're all gone? Did you kill them all too?
No, there was an accident with the jumper glove and they all disappeared. I don't know where they are.
So it's just you and I left.
And me.
And Bridget.
And so the plot comes full circle. You were always meant to be the angel, and look at you now. You certainly look the part more.
I do not have the mental capacity to deal with you right now, so shut up!
Very well, I'll leave you two alone to get reacquainted.
Are you okay, Oliver? Does anything hurt?
I need to think.
Oliver? Oliver, wait! Come back!
Home sweet home! In a sense, I guess.
If you think about that too hard, your head will start to hurt.
Absolutely!
While your home is nice and all, Gil, I don't know if I want to smell the roses here too long.
We do have a son we left in the academy.
Oh my gods, Henry, I totally forgot!
Yeah, that happens a lot with you.
What was that?
Don't worry about it. Darling?
Hold on a second. I wouldn't teleport directly into the academy. You should probably avoid the attention of the little devil if you can help it.
Alright, that's a good idea. Well, one portal to our apartment coming right up.
Good luck finding Henry!
Thank you, Chase.
When you all get Luther, come back and let us know. And we'll help you with whatever the plan for Charlie may be.
Yeah, we can all come up with a good plan and we'll grab you on the way.
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, now if I was a Luther, where would I go?
How big is Derelith anyway?
By landmass, not very, but there are a lot of small islands he could theoretically be on. Luckily for us, the mainland is our best bet. He probably wasn't able to catch a boat.
Why not?
I bet he's paranoid about getting recognized. He grew up here, lots of people know his face, but that's not especially important at the moment.
Well, if he knows so many people, would one of them have like a summer place he could crash at or something? Maybe a boat? A tent, even?
Or like, maybe a friend was nice enough to let him stay on the couch.
I don't think...
Spit it out.
There are some unoccupied houses out in the forest. He may have gone there.
Perfect. Let's go there then, since it's our only lead at this point.
Here's the place.
It's really pretty here.
So, who's gonna talk to the old man?
He's not... Well, actually, I don't think it should be me, honestly. We, didn't part on terribly good terms.
I'll talk to him.
I think that's a great idea, Chase.
Hello? Who's there?
Luther!
Chase? Hi. How'd you get here?
I'm so glad to see you. So much stuff has happened since the glove exploded.
Yeah, I'm sure. You didn't answer my question, though. How are you here?
Oh, yeah. Well, first off, the glove is fixed now. Well, that's embarrassing.
It's okay. Here, sit down. Sit down. I'll find something to eat. Well, you weren't lying about how much has happened.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. I don't think we've had a chance to rest, honestly.
Well, you can take as much time as you need. The others too. But I do have to ask you, Chase, why are you here?
To convince you to come with us, of course.
I don't think that's a great idea, Chase.
But you're part of the crew!
That's very nice, it's complicated.
Well, you did just say I could rest. You can tell me why.
Chase, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a good teacher to all my students. And somehow, I missed all the signs in Charlie. Nothing I said or did helped him in any way that mattered. I guess I'm taking that pretty hard. There's always been kids who fell through the cracks, like Charlie. But I wish I could do things over with those kids. Find the right words to say at the right time and push them onto a better path. I thought I had gotten better at it. And then it turns out I learned nothing and I'm right back to where I was. If you're going to go back and fight Charlie, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, I don't think I'm going to go back and fight Charlie.
Huh?
Tina and I talked about everything. She said Charlie was just really scared, that he wasn't gonna kill me. I don't even think Charlie's that bad. Don't get me wrong, he did something really, really, really bad, but I don't think he's a bad person.
I know. That's a nice sentiment. Fear is a strong motivator, but people can do terrible things when they're afraid.
I think we should try and talk to Charlie. Maybe we can help him. You kinda implied it was too late for him, but I think there's a chance, Luther. Maybe if we talk to him, we can still push him in the right direction.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do. We could use your help getting through to him, Luther.
Chase, I'm pretty sure I escalated the situation the last time Charlie and I spoke.
But you got through to him during Domain Defenders. He listened to you there. Luther, we really, really need your help if we're gonna talk to Charlie. I'm trying to imagine Gil taking charge of that.
Yes, well, that may not be the best. If you really think I can help, I suppose...
Oliver, where are you going?
Anywhere but here.
What's wrong?
What do you think, Charlie? You stabbed me with my own weapon, I die, and then the next second, I'm alive, and you're the only one there to greet me? That's a lot to throw on someone.
I'm sorry,
Look, Charlie, I appreciate you bringing me back, I really do, but you did kill me.
But I brought you back. You're not dead anymore. That has to count for something, right?
I still died, Charlie. That fact doesn't go away. I can't just forget that. I'm sorry, but I can't be near my literal murderer right now.
But I fixed your wings and everything. They won't hurt anymore. That has to count for something, right?
Thank you for that. But that still doesn't change the fact that you killed me. I need space, Charlie. Give it to me.
But what do I do now? I got him!
Hi, everyone. Chase got me.
Good to have you back, old man.
Hello, Mr. Luther. It is really good to see you.
Good to have you back, mate.
Hi, Luther.
Gil, I'm sorry about what happened earlier. I needed some space, and I didn't phrase that right, and...
It's alright. It's just really good to see you, old friend.
It's really good to see you too.
Anyway, what was the next step? Right. How to approach Charlie.
Just walking right up seems like a plan to me.
That sounds like a vengeance plan.
Maybe it is.
Excuse me?
He took extreme actions. I don't think you get to yell at me for...
For what? Also being extreme?
Ryder, that's a child. You're not helping. Tina, there's no need to shout.
No need.
I agree that Charlie needs to be stopped somehow. He is dangerous, and approaching without a plan will put people in danger.
You don't know that.
He killed...
That was an accident.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. Ugh! What is with you people and forgetting I have magic? I could see how fucking scared he was, and how surprised both Oliver and Charlie were when it happened. And I saw how everyone just ignored all that and saw what they wanted to see.
It was a very stressful situation. Now, I'm sure Charlie was scared, but we were all over the place.
That's what everyone does around here. No one pays attention to anyone else. Newsflash, people. You actually don't need special aura seeing powers to tell what people are feeling. You can fucking ask them. If anyone had bothered to talk to Charlie, I don't know if we'd be here. And I don't mean just there at the end. We all had plenty of chances to talk to Charlie. But no one would listen to him. The only one who listened to him was Jen. But if Charlie, Chase, and I are really just kids, shouldn't you so-called adults know better? Ryder, you're literally a detective. You talked all about how you paid attention to little details, but you don't pay attention when it matters most? Don't you run the Academy, Gil? Leaders are supposed to take charge and de-escalate situations, not let everything get out of control.
I was doing my best.
Question for you, Gil. What's the name of the town?
What?
The town next to the Academy. You know, the town you supposedly make important administrative decisions for? What's its name?
It has a name?
It's called Cressheim, Gil, which you would know if you were doing your duties. Claire and Cassie have been covering for you ever since I arrived, and probably long before that. You've been so focused on getting everyone home that you haven't been taking care of the people you've been trying to save.
I didn't ask to be in charge.
And another... Wait, what?
How in the world did you end up in charge then?
Bridget asked... I don't know. I just was one day.
Why don't you sit down, Gil?
I just...
Easy. Take it from the top.
I think we all want to know how you became director, Gil.
And also talking about it might help you.
All right. I came to the academy alone. Bridget was the one who greeted me, got me acquainted with everything, set me up with my lab. I complained to her about how outdated everything was, and how I had a much better lab back home, and how I had to get back, and she told me everyone was stuck. And I told her I was an inventor and a scientist, and surely I could make a way out of here. She laughed. She said she liked me, liked my spirit. Yes, that's what it felt like. I don't know if it makes sense or not.
Odd.
Yes, that's what it felt like. I don't know if it makes sense or not.
It does. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I started spending more time at the academy. The equipment got upgraded at some point when I wasn't looking. I'm afraid I was much too caught up in my work to pay much attention to other things. And Bridget could always find more work for me to do. Small things at first, helping her out here and there, and gradually it was more and more work. Oh, like a frog in a pot. I've never liked that metaphor. They took out the frog's brains in that experiment, you know.
Well, then why does it work so well?
It was easy at first, and then it was more administrative. Settling disputes, coming up with things to make living here more manageable. On the way, I became the director, and I couldn't stop. I was needed. I was the only one who could do it. Bridget said that I needed to help, and I agreed, and no one else had the background or research to get everyone home, and I was in charge. People kept asking me things, and sometimes I didn't know the answers, so
So you avoided the questions, stuck to your work, which you knew the best, and focused on trying to get everyone home. After all, no one would expect anything out of you once you set them all home.
Well, when you put it like that...
Don't worry, Gil. I didn't think you were consciously doing it. I would say most people don't realize what they're doing until it's too late. It's a rare person that does.
Does Bridget know how you feel about this?
I don't know.
You just wanted to do your research, but she tricked you to leading instead.
Claire's basically been running the town since she got here, and also been asking for my help. How could Bridget not see she would made a far better choice?
I think she did see.
Who's left at the academy?
Charlie for sure.
Bridget was nowhere near the explosion.
Oh, goodness.
Did Charlie mention Bridget at all? I don't remember.
Either way, considering she already successfully outplayed Gil when he was by himself, I wouldn't expect an unstable Charlie to be able to figure her out before it's too late.
This is not good.
Oh no. What are we going to do?
I still think we need to talk with Charlie first. Bridget's not an immediate problem. Charlie needs to be our priority.
I agree, Chase. I think we have two options. We can go directly after Charlie with the limited knowledge we have, or...
Jen.
Indeed.
Well, I was never a plan guy, but I do think we really need to go find Jen. Especially because Tina said Oliver no problem when she was ranting. Which was, like, really, really cool, by the way.
I did.
What? What does that mean?
I mean, I hope it's good news.
At the very least, if we can say his name, there's a chance.
We have to get... We really do need to go get Jen.
To Elysium, then.
Yeah, 'cause we had so much fun there last time.
I bet those scalawags are much too scared of Ryder here to be too much of a threat.
Nemo, I don't have any more bullets for my gun, and I have to go back to my office to get more.
But they don't have to know that, eh?
He left, didn't he?
He did.
So, Mr. Bradbury, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Just sit here.
I've heard some of the students use the phrase touch grass before, but somehow I don't think that this is what they mean.
Do you have any better ideas?
Well, Mr. Bradbury, I do in fact run a library. Perhaps some light reading would be of assistance.
What could I possibly read that would get me out of this shit show?
I always like to say, knowledge is power. Wouldn't it be good to know more about who you're facing?
The others. You want me to read their storybooks? Isn't that like an invasion of privacy or something?
They're going to come back, Charlie, and you're going to have to face them.
But I don't want to fight my friends.
But they might want to fight you.
They wouldn't.
They watched you kill Oliver Corbin. Ryder Doyle alone has plenty of reason. Even Luther Williams was prepared to kill you before everyone left. Didn't you see his face?
I don't...
They see you as an enemy, Mr. Bradbury. How can they see you as anything else after that little display?
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to take a look.
Hey, Tina, I need to talk to you for a sec.
Oh?
Yeah, about what happened back there.
You really want to start another argument?
No, I really don't. Tina, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I shouldn't have said what I did back there.
Thank you.
I had a lot of things taken from me over the years. I dreamed a lot about revenge in those days, but I wasn't ever able to act on it. I fantasized about finally getting it for a very long time. And now here was someone I could take revenge on. I could finally hurt someone who hurt me.
So it was easier to pretend that Charlie wasn't anyone you knew. Someone you could just be cut down with no questions asked.
That is an accurate assessment.
I'm sorry, I said what I said to force you to think about it. And because I was really mad. I feel bad, I'm just as complicit as anyone regarding Charlie. I mean, I'm the one who actually has the power to...
I'm gonna cut you off there, little lady. Even with your powers, you don't have an obligation to get yourself involved with anyone's emotional state. Charlie is the one responsible for his own actions. Talking to him is going to be more about getting him to accept that. Even if Charlie somehow resurrected Oliver, that wouldn't absolve him.
Yeah, you're right.
Wanting to help people isn't a terrible thing, but the onus is not on you to solve this group's emotional problems. I think that'd be impossible.
And I don't think wanting revenge is a bad thing. You're this coral color. I thought that was you feeling really angry, but I think it was how much you wanted that resolution.
You're a very clever one,
Thank you, Ryder.
How did I not see this?
Do you want me to answer that question?
I'm not going to like the answer, and you're going to tell me anyway.
Well, your head was too far up your arse, and it's also not your fault, and no one should blame you for not seeing it.
What? Those are two very contradictory statements.
Well, that librarian bitch fed into your ego, hence, head too far up your arse. And it seems like she's a master at tricking people, so you can't blame people for being tricked. World's a worse place if you do, in my opinion. How I learned that lesson's not a nice story, I'll be honest with you.
Sometimes important stories aren't nice, but we have to hear them anyway.
My first mate got tricked once. Made a mistake. Trusted the wrong person. I didn't tell my crew that I had a rather nasty rival captain who hated my guts. Wanted me dead for no real reason other than just hate. And this snake of a captain got real close with my first mate. Real buddy, real chummy. I should have been more on top of it. Instead I blamed my first mate. Ripped into them about how they were stupid, how could they betray me like that? I trusted them. And then they stopped me in my tracks.
What did they say?
You're doing exactly what he said you would do.
Oh, ouch.
They left at the first port we came to. I don't know where they are now. I'm a new first mate now, but
you wonder if things could have been different had you been a little more kind.
Bullseye.
Yes, I don't know how to feel about all of this.
Well, no one can tell you how to feel.
I really wish they could sometimes.
Well, that ain't healthy, but I don't know how to fix that one. What? I can't always have a story perfectly suited to solving your emotional problems. Boy, how my crew would laugh if I told them there was a version of me even worse at this than I am.
You're right. I probably needed that too.
What?
Well, sometimes you just have to laugh like a mad scientist and you feel better.
I'll have to try that sometime. Ah, look, we're here.
This is the lab we got the finale from.
And if you look up...
I can't see if there's anyone in there. The lights are off.
She's in there.
How do you know?
There's nowhere else for her. This is the only place she'd be.
Well, that's slightly ominous,
It's the truth.
So, I don't know which of us wanted to talk to Jen. But I was going to volunteer.
I think that's a great idea, Luther.
I think the rest of you should stay outside, though. Too many people will probably overwhelm her.
Makes sense. Good luck, Other Louie.
Really?
Good luck, Luther. I'd like to say you won't need it, but...
You're definitely going to need it.
Luther.
Jen, you cut your hair.
Mm-hmm.
I see. It looks nice.
Why are you here? It's not to comment on my hair.
Well, I'm here to apologize. I shouldn't have grabbed you like that. Not talkative today, huh?
You're the second person I've talked to in 3 months.
3 months? Oh. Time distortion. From jumping.
Indeed.
So, you've had 3 months to stew on what happened, is what that means.
That's about right.
So, you know you messed up, that you made a mistake. In fact, I think you knew you weren't doing the right thing the whole time.
And so what if I did?
When you were desperate enough to do it anyways. Something pushed you too far, and in desperation, this was the only option you felt you could take, and someone just reminded me we should sometimes listen to people and ask questions, so why, Jen? Why so desperate?
I'm really not sure anyone would care to hear it. Didn't Ryder catch you up?
He gave me his side of it, but that doesn't answer my question.
What am I supposed to tell you? Look around.
I see a lab.
This lab was my entire world for as long as I can remember. I wasn't allowed outside. I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone. I was here, making the brightest and newest zeals so that Snyder could stay on top. Did you notice? The door locks from the outside. I could never work hard enough to earn my way out into the real world.
That is so incredibly cruel.
They said once that if I did well, they'd open the blinds for me and I could look out the window as a treat. Honestly, I think it just terrified me. I could barely bring myself to look outside.
Have you been afraid of the rest of the world this entire time?
My entire early life was trapped in a room. A prison filled with things I enjoyed and needed to study. The academy wasn't scary to me. A prison is a prison, even if one is a little bigger. I like sunshine. Now, at least. I was allowed to see my brother, though. He used to bring me things from outside when he got to go out. He was the outside world. He would tell me things he saw, about what people thought of my work, about anything. I would never tell him. I treasured every word. It was just him and I against everyone. We needed each other. I would give him new, temporary powers to help him stay safe, and he would give me feedback and tell me things, and life wasn't good, but it made sense. We needed each other, so it made sense.
Easy.
But he got it in his head that we should do something about Snyder. I was under constant surveillance. I could only sabotage my work in increments. We needed someone outside Snyder's influence, someone who could help us. I'm sure you can guess who got chosen.
I can indeed.
He was smitten, I suppose, from the beginning. The detective was all he could talk about. Ryder this, Ryder that. I was getting replaced! I know I was.
Jen, that's not how relationships work. Romantic or otherwise. Your brother cares about you very much, and he cares about Ryder. I promise that the world and people aren't so small that you can only have one relationship at a time. No one was replacing you. No one can replace you.
But
And you know that. I know that as much as it scares you, you know that.
I don't!
I'm not your brother, but I can confidently say you were always very important to him, regardless of Ryder. You were afraid because you only had your relationship to your brother. But even at the academy, well, I consider you a good friend, and Gil does too. I'd like to think that you also considered us your friends, and we didn't replace your brother.
It wasn't the same. The outside is so big. It's unsafe and treacherous, and my brother was going to... Well, he did leave. And and it was my fault.
No, it was an accident, Jen. Listen to me. We all want to fix this. You could help.
I could help? Are you serious? Are you just here to taunt me? Blame me for whatever happened after I left? Nothing has ever made any sense since I left this place. The academy makes no sense, the colors make no sense, and now you tell me my brother died in an accident, but somehow his name is erased? Leave me be, Luther Williams. I finished my work. I made my magnum opus, my greatest work, the culmination of everything I've ever learned at the academy, and one of you drank it. That's my help. You have everything I could have ever given you. Take it and leave. As far as I am concerned, I was born in this room, and I will die here. There is no help for anyone here anymore.
First point. Even if you never did any work again, I would still want you to leave this room. You don't deserve to die here. Second point, I know that emotion. I know what's eating you up inside.
So what do you know, Luther Williams?
You've had 3 months to stew in your grief, but it hasn't helped. You've had 3 months trapping yourself in this room with your guilt and your grief, letting it gnaw at you, eat you alive, because that's what grief is, isn't it? A deep, aching feeling that never goes away. And the guilt, that's no better. It tugs at the back of your mind, puppeteering your every thought, and leaves you feeling like nothing. And you feel like it will never end. You resort to anything, desperate pleading, praying to take all that pain away. But prayers are never answered. So you have to stand back up. It all seems hopeless, but it fades. You can forget it. Bury the past behind you in a deep dark hole and never have to look at it again or move on from it. But either way, the pain subsides. You don't think about it every day, and you get back up and continue past the pain. Please, Jen, you have to get up.
Can I?
You can. I promise. You're all right. It'll all be fine.
I'm sure.
If it makes you feel any better, we can say Oliver's name now. We don't know why or what it means.
You didn't think to mention that before!
You need to get up for yourself, not just for your brother.
You really get it, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's go see the others.
This is where all the storybooks are kept. Feel free to read any that you want. There's nothing stopping you.
This still doesn't feel right.
They are books at a public library that anyone can access.
I suppose.
Is there someone you feel is the biggest threat to you?
I have a hunch Ryder wants me dead. Luther? I don't know.
Better get to reading then.
Wait, Luther's storybook isn't here.
No, it isn't.
Why isn't his storybook here? Everyone else's are.
He didn't want it out in the open.
What? He didn't want... Bridget, is there something I should know?
I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for. I'm sure the storybook will have whatever you need.
May I see Luther's storybook?
Of course. All you needed to do was ask.
That can't be right.
What do you mean?
No, he's the teacher. He told us that. This can't be his storybook. Where's his real storybook, Bridget?
This is his real storybook, Charlie Bradbury. Exactly where he asked me to keep it.
I told you already, just Charlie is fine. What do you mean?
I think it's quite clear.
He lied about his title.
Wouldn't you? You have something to use now. You'd better prepare for them to arrive. It could be any moment now.
I will. Thank you, Bridget.
Of course! I'm always here to help.
Hi.
Hello, Jen.
Hiya!
It's, nice to see you, Jen.
It really is.
It's nice to see you too.
Jen,
Ryder,
you should know I'm the one who drank it.
I figured it was you.
I...
Oh, it's so fucked. We're so fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Irredeemably fucked.
Possibly. We could try, though.
What? Try to not be as fucked?
Yeah, something like that. That work for you? A do-over of sorts?
You know what? I'll take it. It does sound like a good idea.
Jen, may we ask you a question?
About what?
What the fuck does finale do?
What? No!
I could tell you what it's supposed to do, but I thought we were trying to get less fucked.
We are?
Then for both our sakes, unless we are about to die, I am not going to tell you.
Oh, you... What did you make?
Grief and mad science lead to disastrous consequences.
You know what? I am not the person to tackle that.
What was your question, Gil?
What happened between you and Charlie?
He asked me for help with his magic. I researched, figured out he was cursed, and discovered what the curse said with Bridget's help. The curse implied that in order to have his powers back, Charlie needed to kill Chase. After delivering the news to him, he freaked out and went to find Chase. Luther found me grabbing the jumper glove to take Oliver and myself home, something I initially asked Charlie to do as part of our deal, but since I figured he wouldn't go through with it, the glove was the backup plan.
Bridget?
Yes? I generally get some help with research from her.
How did she act about it?
In her usual way, being creepy and cryptic and generally up to something, but I was stuck and needed help, so I took it. I think she technically found the book with the curse.
You don't trust Bridget?
Not as far as I could throw her, but she's useful. She can usually find what I need. Why?
Well,
We're starting to wonder if Bridget has been convincing Gil to be the director of the Academy and, in general, may have her own goals that none of us know about.
She was overly invested in the curse and that Charlie would have to kill someone. She seemed very excited. Other than the horror I at least was feeling.
That's not encouraging.
I think we need to get back to the Academy immediately.
Claire and Cassie should already be in Cressheim. Maybe they know more about what's going on.
right. Then we have our landing point. Here we go, everyone.
I couldn't find him anywhere.
It's okay, dear. Henry is a tough kid. I'm sure he'll turn up.
Claire? Cassie? Oh my god, you're okay!
Oliver!
You're alive!
Yes! I'm alive.
I can't believe it! We started being able to say your name, but we didn't know. What happened?
Well, long story short, the kid felt guilty and brought me back. But, I wasn't interested in just talking it out after he murdered me, so I just ran. Well, flew, but you get the idea.
Charlie brought you back? On purpose?
Yeah. I know, it's a whole thing.
That's okay. We can deal with that in a minute. The others are on their way and...
Whoa!
Ow.
Ugh, not our best landing by a long shot.
Oh, gods, I hate time distortion.
Is that?
Ryder! Jen!
Ollie, we should... Oof!
You're okay!
I'm pretty sure we should be saying that to you.
I'm with Ryder. We should be saying that to you.
I know, it's just... it's so good to see you, but both of you.
Oliver, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I should also apologize.
Okay, hold on. I get why Jen's apologizing to me, but why are you?
I should have been there. I should have helped her.
Stop, okay? Clearly, you both have issues that we're sorting out right now.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Well, a little bit now, a little bit later, but when there's not a crowd.
Hi!
Hi, Chase. Okay. Oh, this is not how I wanted to do this. Okay. Jen, you're my sister. I know you're always here for me, and that you've given up so much for me. I know, and I'm sorry. I know that everything's been really hard for you. Listen, we didn't get dealt a great hand. Handling that sort of change for you, I should have tried to help you more. To adjust, I thought you would get over it. You're my big sister. I thought you were invincible, believe it or not. But you needed help.
Ollie.
But that doesn't... You can't tell me what to do. Even if you're my big sister.
I know.
I promise you're going to be here with me. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. Ryder.
Oh, you're still going.
I don't blame you. That makes no sense. But I know you're beating yourself up and trying to tell yourself that you messed up and that you're not good enough and...
You died! And I care too much about you to let anything happen to you.
Ryder! I care about you so much. And listen, dying is gonna fuck up everyone. I got better wings out of it, and I'm still gonna have to deal with that bullshit. But I want you to be there too. I need you to be there.
Oliver.
Oh no.
I'm going to throw up.
Come on, Jen, you promised to play nice.
I take it all back.
It seems you're stuck with me.
It seems so.
I still think we should talk about this more.
More than likely.
Wait. Are you two agreeing on something?
Actually, I think Jen and I are going to get along very well moving forward.
We're both concerned about you, after all.
Oh no. Oh, save me.
Good luck with that.
Oh, Claire,
Yeah, Gil?
would you perhaps be interested in properly becoming the mayor of Kresheim?
Hold on. What?
Gil, I think you need to slow that one down.
Yes, I should do that. Long story short, when I first arrived here, I did not intend on becoming director. Bridget encouraged me to take the position, and I'm beginning to get the feeling that I am sorely not cut out for that job. You, however, have been pushing for positive changes for quite some time, and I would like to listen to you this time. For real. I'm very sorry.
Alright. I really wasn't expecting any of that, to be honest. But I appreciate it. Thank you, Gil. That was probably difficult to say. I'm not gonna say yes or no, but I'd like to talk about it when things have calmed down.
Thank you too.
Sorry to interrupt, and I'm glad we got all that out of the way, but we do need to go talk to Charlie.
Yes, we do. And while we're there, demand some answers out of Bridget.
Well, I have good news. Look.
Charlie! Chase.
Charlie, we need to talk.
It's fine. We've got it under control.
Jen, you look...
Everyone is being very concerned with how I look. It was just hair.
I'd say you look good, but you also look like shit.
I was busy moping and thinking about how I fucked up.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, hello everyone! You're back!
Bridget.
Hello, Gilligan. And everyone else. Jennifer, you look very different.
That cements it for me that I made the correct decision.
I see. Charlie, would you like to tell the class what you learned?
Oh, yeah. I was worried about what might happen if you all came back, so I went looking for your storybooks.
That's an invasion of privacy, Charlie.
And I found something very interesting in yours, Luther.
What?
You told us that your title was the teacher, but that's not true, is it? That's never been anything close to the truth. Do you want to tell them, or should I?